Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Buff Breakdown. JP just had its maintenance end and we actually did get something for this week. It's another new update for the welfare shop, and with it we got a new banner and also a couple of interesting buffs. So first of all, these are the new welfares added into the shop. We got Mechaliz, I believe it's both of them. Now, I don't know if you can pick both of them or not, maybe, but you can at least get one of them. So there you go. And then they also added Grey and Assassin Shiki. So I know a lot of people have been really waiting to get Shiki again, so the time is finally here. And very pleased to say she is also one of the recipients of today's buffs, because we got buffs for both Void Shiki, aka 5-star Saber Shiki, and Assassin, the welfare, the 4-star welfare. Very interesting. Now, they're both skill buffs as well. So let's tackle them first. Let's start by talking about Assassin, because this really is the much more simpler buff. So Assassin Shiki, they have actually buffed her already in the past. Her MP has already been buffed, and it's pretty crazy. But they this time buffed her second skill, which is her dodge. Now, what it used to do, on a 6-turn cooldown, you get that 1-turn evasion for herself. So again, for a 6-turn cooldown. Very standard, I would say. And then you also got 40% crit damage for 3 turns on max rank. Pretty simple. Again, it's a basic mind's eye fake. Many servants still have this even to this day. So it's certainly not a unique case or anything like that. So it was always just, you know, a good defensive skill. You know, a bit awkward here and there if you want the crit damage, because then you might have to pop your evade preemptively. But, you know, it was never a bad skill, really. It's passable, even in this day and age. So what did they change then? Well, they didn't really change anything. Everything that I just listed stays the same. Cooldown, evade, crit damage, all the numbers, everything's the same. But they did add one new thing. She now on max rank gets up to a 40-star bomb on use. Woo! 40 stars! That's a lot. It's not 20. It's not 30. It's 40. That is a really, really high amount of stars. You know, borderline guaranteed crits for the turn. So, that's interesting. Obviously goes without saying that it pairs really well with her crit damage from this skill. So, that's a pretty cool way to do that. I'm happy they put it on this skill versus like the third or the first one. Because, again, this is the crit damage skill. So, good on the placement on them. But yeah, besides that, that's it. That's it for the buff. They just added the massive star bomb. And, while it is a very simple buff, I do like it. The skill is still a little awkward, again, with the offense coupled with the defense. Her only defense, basically, as well. But I do like it. And on my Assassin tier list this year, I had her placed on an A rank. And honestly, with this, considering, you know, she's back now, everyone can get her. Free MP5. MP has also been buffed, which makes the, you know, free MP5 even better. And now her crits are going to be easier to, you know, be a little bit more consistent with as well. Because as an arts assassin, she still doesn't generate the most stars. But hey, with this, I think I can pretty confidently move her into the A+ tier. She's definitely back to being one of the better welfares again, I would say. Maybe not top tier, like, you know, best of the best welfares. But certainly stands above most of them, I would say. First of all, congrats to all the people that have been waiting for her. She's back and she's stronger than ever. So, rejoice, shonen. Then let's talk about the Saber buff. Now, this is also a much needed buff in my opinion. Well, I think most people know what Saber's biggest problem is. It's the one-hit AoE Arts MP, which really eliminates her, you know, looping potential. But I've always kind of seen her more as a DPS role rather than a farmer. Because again, I think a lot of people suffer from the farming brain rot that, you know, if the servant doesn't loop as an AoE, they belong in the trash can. And I could not disagree more. So, in my opinion, this buff is still very, very good. Will it make her, like, loop better? I don't know. That remains to be seen. I'm guessing this won't really make a big difference. Because, again, the one-hitter is still a big problem for that. But, I will tell you this. For DPSing, for bosses, this is a great change. So, what did they change? They changed the first skill, which was basically her mana burst. So on a 5-turn cooldown, you get that 1-turn Invul Pierce, cool little bonus utility. Always love to have it, especially on a DPS. Then the 40% arts up for 1 turn on self. Again, pretty good number. And then also the fun kind of a meme part, which is AoE death resistance down on all enemies, meaning they're more susceptible to instant kill from her MP, or any other sources of instant kill for that matter, for 1 turn, max rank being minus 80%. Now, for everyone that knows, you know, which is hopefully most of you guys, instant kill is still basically a meme against bosses. It's only ever really viable for farming, because, you know, you're never gonna really proc instant kill on bosses, and if you do, you might as well, you know, go play the lottery or something, and there's definitely easier ways to clear the boss instead of retrying thousands of times to try and land the instant kill. So the third part was always basically a meme to me. And even after the buff, I'll tell you this much, it still looks like a meme. But what is the skill now? So it's still the same 5-turn cooldown, but what changed? Well, first of all, the instant death rate was up from 80% to 100, so now she doesn't just lose to Assassin, which was very weird to begin with. She should not have worse Mystic Eyes. But yeah, now that's fixed now, so cool on that, I guess. Again, basically a meme. But now, most importantly, if you pay attention there, they're all now 3-turn effects. This is big. Again, for the death resist down, it's like whatever, cool I guess, but now 3 turns of Invul Pierce and 3 turns of that juicy 40% attack up for herself. I always love when mana bursts become like this, and it's not even like 3 hits, 3 turns, it's full on 3 turns. So that's kind of nuts. That's a lot of arts up for a full 3 turns. And again, it's a 5-turn cooldown. It's up most of the time. So not only is it a crazy high card type effectiveness up, it also has a really solid uptime. You think with this it would be like a 7-turn cooldown, but no. This is a very good buff, because this skill went from like very mediocre, and especially in today's standards, I would say even weak, to a really strong skill. Like, it might not honestly seem that much on paper, but trust me, this is a big change. It really is. Now again, because of the one-hit AoE, you know, sadly, MP, I'm not sure if this will help her a lot. Obviously, this will help with her refund, but I'm still guessing, although I would love to be, you know, pleasantly surprised when people actually lab her out and whatnot, if she actually can do some more looping. There's probably 1 or 2 more comps viable, but if I had to guess, they're probably gonna look very ugly and clunky anyway. But again, I digress. I think she still mostly shines as a DPS against bosses. They even buffed her 3rd skill not too long ago, which now enables her to spam her MP more as well by getting a sizable battery, and the heal is also nice against bosses. Would I say Void Shiki is now like amazing? Probably not. Even for DPSing, probably not, but I can definitely bump her up now. I had her in a pretty low B tier on my tier list for Sabers this year. She's definitely at least worth the A or B plus tier now. I might even jump the gun a little bit and put her into the A tier, honestly. You know what, screw it. We're just gonna put her into the A tier for now. Maybe that'll come down again next year after people have lapped her out a bit more and we've kind of figured out more her numbers and whatnot. But right now, I'm happy with this buff. It helps a lot. Again, mostly for DPSing. Looping is probably still mostly, if I had to guess, weak. But it is what it is. At least she now has a more solid role in the game. And that's always what I hope from buffs. So to recap, at the end here, Assassin is back with Grey and Mecha Liz, and Assassin was buffed, Shiki that is. Now gets a 40 star bomb with the 2nd skill. This doesn't really change much, but it does make her a more consistent critter and overall a stronger servant, so hey, yay. And then Saber now gets 3 turns of lovely, mostly lovely buffs for herself on the 1st skill, which will really make her DPS uptime all that much better, while probably not changing her farming too much. But again, I would love to be proven wrong once the labbing is out. So there you go. That'll conclude this episode of a buff breakdown. Very happy we got some stuff today. This video will go out basically immediately after this news has been out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, do me a solid and press the thumbs up button. And also subscribe not to miss out on future videos, because later today, as it happens, it is NA update as well. So you can expect to see a lot of gacha rolls for Jacques on the NA side, as she is my favorite foreigner. So if you want to see that, definitely subscribe not to miss out on that. Good luck on getting all these lovely welfares. They're back on JP. Enjoy them, get their buffs and whatnot. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and peace out.